With everything happening in the world right now, especially with our government trying to erase our rights, I feel like it's more important now more than ever to equip ourselves with the tools that we need to be safe. If you're a trans woman or someone that's navigating their gender identity and you're looking for tips or tricks on how to pass, then this video is for you. Now let me be clear. Passing is not the goal for every trans woman, and you don't have to pass to be valid in your identity. But I also understand that for many of us, passing is a tool for survival. So if you want it, I want to share with you some of the things that have helped me along my way. And if you want to know my real feelings about passing, stay to the end of the video. Let's start with one of the most common questions: voice training. The number one thing I did when it comes to voice training was set a realistic goal for myself. I knew that I wasn't going to wake up one day and have a super high Ariana Grande voice. So what I did was begin to consume media of cis women that had deep voices. Beyonce, Toni Braxton. I even searched women with deep voices on YouTube. Watching them talk not only made me feel better about the way that I sounded, but it made me understand one pivotal point. Passing with your voice isn't always about pitch. It's about how you speak. From my observations, most men tend to bite their words when they talk, very aggressive. Women, on the other hand, tend to speak softer and more melodic. So instead of focusing on getting a higher voice, I focused on getting an airier voice. Instead of saying hi, I would say hi. I hope that you can see a difference. I don't know. Number 2 would be mannerisms and body language. The best advice that I can give here is for you to study the women in your area. The whole point of passing is to blend in, right? So how do the women in your area behave? You want to take mental notes of what they're doing and then slowly begin to incorporate that into your own behavior, because the goal is to not be able to be picked out in a crowd. Fashion was a game changer for me. Learning how to dress for your body type makes a huge difference. I spent a lot of time on YouTube in the beginning of my transition watching videos for cis women about how to dress for your body type. I have an inverted triangle shape, so I'm kind of built like this. I have broader shoulders and narrowed hips, similar to Britney Spears, and there are so many videos online about how to style it. And don't be self-conscious about your body shape. Cis women come in all shapes and sizes. And if you're ever worried about your silhouette being too clocky, then oversized clothes are going to be your best friend because they help hide your silhouette. Speaking of silhouettes, if you're self-conscious about yours, padding is also an option. They make hip pads and breast foams online that you can purchase that will help give the illusion of curves. When I first started my transition, I used to feel really ashamed about padding because I felt like it made me less real. But now I think of padding as a beautiful part of our journey. So if padding makes you feel comfortable in your body, then use it. Own it. There's no shame in it. And if you're looking for where to get hip pads and breast forms online, drop a comment below and I got you. When it comes to hair and wigs and extensions, I tend to stick to my natural hair color because I don't want to stand out too much. YouTube University is exactly where you want to go. Or maybe TikTok Community College. Lots of places that you can find information online now. Before I came out, I watched hours of YouTube tutorials on how to do wigs, how to dress, how to do all these things. Store that information for later. You're gonna need it one day. I don't wear much makeup, but my advice would be to look at the women in your area. Do they do full beats? Is it just a natural, dewy, matte, airport? I don't know what terms I'm using. Look at the women in your area. See what kind of makeup they wear and match them. I also want to acknowledge that I understand that different people have different experiences. If you have a 5 o'clock shadow or you have situations where you might feel like you need to wear a little bit more makeup, that's okay. As far as eyebrows, I get mine waxed. Not right now, don't look at them. But I usually get them waxed at a nail salon. But if going to a nail salon is not something that you can see yourself doing, you can do it at home. Oh my God, I know the moment I brought up my eyebrows, everybody looked. Please, I know that listen, I am beyond overdue. I'm gonna get them done soon. Jeez Louise, like this is insane. And as far as shaving, I personally use a razor. Now, I've seen people online say that using a razor will give you razor bumps or ingrown hairs. I've never had that issue, knock on wood. I personally use a razor. I've seen some women say that they use clippers. I've also seen some people say that they use like shaving powder, like you put it on and then let it sit and then you can like wipe it off. I can't speak to any of those things because I use a razor. If you want a 2-minute shaving tutorial, let me know in the comments and I will make one. The final tip is mindset and confidence. If you don't believe that you're a woman, why should I? In my opinion, confidence plays such a huge role in passing. When I first started, I had major imposter syndrome. But over time, I continued to show up every day and I began to believe in myself. If confidence or imposter syndrome is something that you find yourself struggling with, just keep showing up every day until it stops feeling like an act and it starts to feel like you. Listen, I know things are heavy right now and the government is once again trying to take away our rights and erase us, but they can't. They won't. We've always survived and we always will. At the end of the day, you don't have to pass to be valid in your identity. You're valid because you said so. But if passing is something that you want, whether it be for comfort or for safety, then I hope these tips helped you. And before I go, I want to talk about passing as a concept because I have thoughts. The whole pass and fail system is completely unfair. It was supposed to be a tool to help us navigate through the world's safety, but now it seems like it's just a way to bully other trans women that we don't find attractive or aesthetically pleasing, which is bullshit. The way that I see you girls calling each other bricks and tearing each other down online is insane. That is not what this community is supposed to be about. The entire world is already against us. What I need from you all is to have each other's backs. Because if we don't have each other, then who do we have? If you want a full video talking about the history of passing and my thoughts on it, leave a comment below and I'll make one. Other than that, I hope you found this video helpful. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe because it helps my channel out a lot. And I will catch you guys in my next one. Peace and love, you guys.